Yep. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic or Nicholastic Less Known Classic. This episode number 58. And Doubleshot 2552. Two Batman stuff here. First up we have is Tales of the Batman by Carmine Infantino. Yep. Now, I'm going to mention exactly what this book actually does collect because this collects a lot of covers. Yes, it does. So, this book collects from Carmine Infantino, Detective Comics 327, 329, 331, 333, 335, 337, 339, 341, 343, 345, 347, 349, 50, 51, 53, 57, 59, 361, 363, 366, 367, 369, and 500. Wow. Now, some of these ones I will be skipping over because basically I recommend reading this book right here. And this book went to issue number 58. So it also collects some covers from Batman. So basically I'm skipping over discussing 343, 345, 347, 349, 51, 53, 57. Yeah, those ones I'm skipping. All the rest I will talk about. So 327 is noteworthy for this. Now, if anybody's ever got their hands on Showcase Presents Batman Volume 1, for some strange reason, because it's a Silver Age stuff, so you would think 1955. Nope. 1964. For some reason, the first portion of the Batman Silver Age, with the exception of Omnibus, has not been corrected in regular trade. For reasons unexplained. Now, 327 was the debut of New Look Batman and Robin. Yes. So, by the way, the writers of these books are Gardner Fox, John Broome, Cary Bates, Jerry Conway, Don Craig, Mike Byrne, Jeff Johns. Oh, and the other books in this one, it's also Brave and the Bold, 172, 183, 190, 194, and DC Comics presents Batman #1. Yeah, so, and one of these issues actually, there was an issue where Batman decided to stay home instead of help Robin fight crime because it was advertising for Batman the animated series, Batman TV show from the 60s, and they did the same thing for DC Comics presents cover, where it's a homage to that very cover, except for the 60s show, it's The Batman, a show I did watch when it aired. Yes, so by the way, these comics cover the time period of May of 1964, and we conclude in February of let's see, for the comics, it's basically mostly put for the regular issue. It's basically November of 1967, which is the last regular issue he did the interior for, with the exception of like 500. So also. In 327, this starts a brand new backup feature for the book. You're thinking, backup feature? Isn't the comics that say? Yes, it did. The comics was an anthology book, like Action was, so to say, but 327 was on the run for starting off a particular run. You see, the backup features one is for the elongated man. Yes, the elongated man. Yep. Yeah, this actually... Yeah, so this begins Elongated Man's very lengthy backup feature for Detective Comics. It starts with 327 and does not end until 371, which is basically kind of, this book kind of covers all of his appearances. There is a couple team-ups with the Batman here. Yes, definitely. So it's Batman's new look, and the whole thing of the cover is like, oh, Batman's explosion, and of course, Batman taking a mask, and there's like a red mark on his mask, which is perfectly fine. This debuts new look for Batman, and this may affect for him for like several years. And that's kind of what this book is. It's not really a big noteworthy story. I do like it. It's mostly with a guy called Slimer. And then we jump over to 327. 329, excuse me. where it is basically Batman take on Vincent Price. It's a lot of it's like castle stuff per se in these issues. It's mostly exactly what it is. It's like going to a castle in 329, in 331. In 331, team up with Elongated Man, and also Aunt Harriet is here. Dick Grayson's aunt, which of course she debuted in 328. I'll discuss. Is she in a lot of these issues that we're discussing here? Yes, she's in here for a pretty good period of time. Last issue should be in this book she's in is 358. Yeah, so it's a team up book between basically Batman, Robin, and Elongated Man. One of like only 2 times this whole run that they actually do a team up. And then jumping ahead to 333. Yeah, there's also a period of time where artists would skip issues for no reason. I'm not sure why. We also have Gardner Fox writing these issues here. It is mostly put just Batman and Robin going to a circus. Actually go to Africa. That's kind of basically what this book is. Yep. As for 335. 335 is basically talking about taking on a guy called the Makeup Man. It's just an old man who only appears in one comic. Yeah, it's like a lot of one-shot villains. Yeah, and this is Mystery Analyst, which is a really cool concept. Be people who try to solve mysteries in Gotham. And they only appeared a handful of times. Yeah. In the case of 337, it is also supposed to take on some Caveman. Yeah, Batman takes on Caveman. Okay. As for 339, and you're thinking, okay, so 339 is basically Batman versus a talking gorilla. You're thinking, talking gorilla, is this Gorilla Grodd? No. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. And he also attempts to blow up Gotham with a bomb. Batman defeats him by lifting him up and supposedly that stops the bomb. Yeah, it's a really weird comic, this one is. Yeah. It's called Batman Battles a Living Beast Bomb. Yes, seriously, that's what the thing is called. And next on to 341. And of course, like I mentioned, I'll be skipping over some issues here. Now, this one involves the Joker appearing. Yes, the Joker. Where he has debut of his, I am called the Joker's Bang Flag Gun. Yeah, this is the book it made its debut in. Yes, the famous gun that would, like, bang. Yeah, the thing you pop up in Return of the Joker. This is the comic it made its debut in. And like I mentioned, 343 to 357. Yeah, skipping over this issues because this guy was already in Joker's Friends Batman Volume 2. Going straight to 359 now. 359 is now where the debut of Batgirl. The $1 million debut. And it's basically all about Barbara Gordon this whole issue. It's a Barbara Gordon-centric issue. And you could say I kind of discussed this already in Joker's Friends Batgirl Volume 1. But it's an excellent issue. And here's the strange thing about this issue. This issue is still canon after all these years. Yeah, still is. Next on 361. It is mostly put just Batman and Robin dealing with these minor gangsters. Yeah, there's not really anything really big with this issue per se. Not really, no. It's some minor mystery here and there, but I never found the issue kind of noteworthy. As for 363, this one basically where Batgirl finds out Bruce Wayne is Batman, though he puts on wax on his face. But yeah, the whole thing is basically deal with Batgirl finding out. Yes, that's most exactly what the book is. But that's the most important thing about it, the fact that Barbara finds out that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Moving on to 366. In this one, it's like Batman is apparently dying, but not really, no. And then, as for the... Yeah, even the following issues in here, which is interesting. Yeah, the only time he did 2 issues in a row. And this is all about Solving Murder Mystery. You got Doc Hastings. This was his final appearance in 369. This one basically is just Batgirl trying to do a breakup between Robin and... It's a very strange issue per se. But yeah, this is definitely another issue collected in Shooked. That's Batgirl Volume 1. Yep, it is. But is that the last issue here? Oh no. There is one more to discuss here. Issue 500. Yeah. The last special issue that Carmine ever did for this book. And the book he did is... What happens when a Batman dies? Yeah, it's between Batman and Deadman. Yep. I feel like this should be really good. Yeah. Really fun issue. Or a really fun story. Yep. Now, I have discussed this issue already thanks to, of course, the Hawkman story appears in this issue. Yes, there is a Hawkman story. So technically, I'm talking about 2 stories in this book. And that's last of basically that one. As for Brave and the Bold. Starting off with issue 172. This one mostly put its theme between Batman and Firestorm. Yes, this is the Jerry Conway issue, where you just take on deal with some senator. It's a very interesting issue, nothing really bad about this one. And it just Infantino doing Brave and Bold. Next to being issue 83. Batman teams the Riddler to do with various things here. But I found the issue to be quite fun. But it's mostly in the front story because it's a backup story for deal with Nemesis. And then jumping ahead to 190. This one basically tries to figure out who killed Adam Strange. And it's all about faking his death. But it's a really fun story. And it is something this issue was written by Mike W. Barr. Like, I'm kind of surprised they have the writer who wrote him back in the 50s write this one. As for the final issue of the Bold, it is mostly put exactly this. Just Batman and Flash take on Rainbow Raider and I think it's Double X. Doc Double X, who was another Flash villain. Actually, he's a regular Batman villain. But, okay, but there's still one more... Yeah, the last one to discuss here is the Jeff Johns issue, where he just basically Batman hanging out of the Batcave, meeting with Julius Shorts. I found the issue quite interesting because of Batman 2 where he runs into Batman Earth 2, which I thought that was amazing. Yeah, really fun book. Not a bad issue in here. Now moving on to Batman Shadow the Bat, where basically we start off with a 3-part crossover. Yep. From Batman 43, which is part 1. Part 2 is Catwoman Volume 2, number 26. And part 3 is issue 44. It is mostly called Secrets Universe. We have Batman taking on the Ratcatcher and Catman. And the story and by the way, I was not a fan of the entire work by Barry Kitts. I thought the artwork looked very gooey. And yet, here's the thing. Jim Ballard did a better job with the story. He had... Like, here's the thing. Jim Ballard may have been a bit of a controversial artist. He's not terrible per se. He just said he had better artwork than Barry Kitson did, which is strange. Yep. But it's kind of strange the fact we have this 3-part crossover. Which, I love the covers by Brian Fleas, which he still does all the covers. Then moving on to issue 45, which is a standalone issue. It's all dealing with Ghost at Wayne Manor. Which, yeah. I thought this should be a lot of fun. Alan Grant doing the story and Michael Dorr does the art we're writing here. Next we have a 2-part story with 47 called Cornelius, the Return of Cornelius Stark. A character who actually he appeared in issue 592. I think it was his return. Yes, this actually was his. I think it was his final appearance. Because I don't think he's appeared since this storyline wrapped up. He appeared a few times, but it's last really noteworthy story for him. And then skipping over straight to 55 because 48, 50, 54 is all crossover stuff. 55 is a standard issue called Standard Procedure, where it's like Batman framed for murder. Yes, can I help you out, son? Yeah. It's like framed for murder. And someone did point this out, this story is similar to Batman Bruce Wayne Murderer. Except the storyline was done a lot better. And the fact Bruce Wayne actually was very cooperative with this murder case. And also Dick Grayson had put on the Batman costume one more time in the story before he basically put it back on permanently in 2009. Really fun issue, this one. 56 to 58. This was a 3-part circle, Leaves of Grass. It's a story featuring Poison Ivy and Jason Woodrow. And Linkar did a 3-part review of this thing over the course of a few years. It is mostly put just a PSA about drugs. Well, marijuana per se. We have a doctor who appears in the story who apparently is going to be a complete jerk. And I do agree with Linkar using Dr. Kaufman from Scrubs basically to chastise this guy for his stupid commentary. It's a very weird story. A lot of basically, also the artist likes drawing like Ivy, like where at one point it seems like Ivy is very sexualized in the story. Like, okay, interesting. It also the artwork is gorgeous to look at. It's very interesting per se. Jason Woodrow looks so weird in this story. Yes, the Philharmonic Man looks so weird in a Batman book. Yes. Next up we have is issue 59 and 60. It's a 2-part story featuring Batman versus Ventriloquist and Scarface. Yeah. And that's all it is here. Yep. Main issue's really good. Not a bad issue in the bunch. Now moving on to 2 annuals. Annuals 3 and 5, which were not clicked on trade for some reason. Don't know why. In the case of issue number 3, oh boy, it's Alan Grant writing Poison Ivy be a man-hater. Oh my freaking god. It's over her spelling like a virus. It's a weird story. And like, why the heck would Alan Grant write Ivy this way for like, men? Nah, I don't need men. Like, is it? It's like he was like, it's like it's like implied in this issue that Alan Grant wrote her to be a lesbian because she hates guys. Despite the fact she easily can seduce no problem. Yeah, it's a very weird annual, but I love the artwork. The artwork is still gorgeous. And only the second time Ivy's appeared in the book. And it's a year 1 thing. And here's the chapters. Look, but do not touch. Kiss of the Spider Plant. A Secret Life of Plant. Daily Garden of Poison Ivy. Yeah, it's one of these year 1 annual stuff. I don't mind them at all. But probably one of the more weaker ones. But I love the artwork though. King Bat. This is basically from Shadow of the Battler 4. It's basically a world where Batman basically is basically a monarch. And there's some nods to continuity where in the story Bruce Wayne. No, now Robin is basically Batman's son, and it's a very fun story. And sadly, this guy does not really appear after this story. It's only this one comic, and then of course, basically where he's like a descendant of Batman. A descendant of Batman from Legends of Dead Earth. Yeah. But really interesting story, this one. Yep. But not much to say about the annuals. I think the two annuals, I actually really enjoyed Annual 3, 4 better than Annual 3 in terms of writing. Both have really good artwork. Like, the only issues I found that had really nothing good artwork is issues 43 and 44. Nothing against Perry Kitson, but it looks so gooey, and like, you have to squint exactly who the heck the characters were. It just looks so terrible. But I'm going to give the issues a 9 out of 10. Now, next time I come back to both these two books, I will basically work on the missing issues I collected in this trade here and discuss the remaining issues shot of the bat when I come back to this book. But that's a pretty much a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay, next you. Bye.